Good morning. I'm hosting Coffee with Bob today. Recently, I came across a story of Jason and Sandy Boyers. They live in Asheville, North Carolina with their 9-year-old son, Hudson. And in the weeks leading up to Christmas, there was one thing that Hudson wanted. It was a hoverboard. He had written his letter to Santa, and that's what he had his mind on. And as he was counting down the days, he was counting down the days till that hoverboard. Now, Jason and Sandy are committed to serving their community, and they want to raise their son with that same sense of commitment, of considering the needs of others before yourself. And one of the ways they practice this is every year at Christmas, they find a family in need and help them celebrate the holiday. They do this throughout the year, but on Christmas, they want to help a family in need. And this particular year, they found a family through a local cancer foundation. And this family had a 9-year-old boy, just like their son, who also wanted a hoverboard for Christmas. They heard about his family life. Early on, he had lost his parents and had been raised by his grandparents, and just recently had lost his grandfather to cancer. And because of medical bills and just the cost of raising a young boy, this family, Hudson and his grandmother, were in great need, not just emotionally, but financially as well. So Jason and Sandy decided to help them, and they asked Hudson an unimaginable question. They asked him if he'd be willing to give up his request for a hoverboard so that their family could give this young boy a hoverboard instead. And without hesitating, Hudson said yes and went off to his room. Now, they were surprised that he said yes, but they thought that he'd probably forget about it or rethink his decision, and maybe that's what he was going to his room to do. Maybe he was nursing his wounds, maybe he was trying to debate what he had done. Instead, they discovered he went to his room to write a letter, and he came out with a very special letter. I want to read it to you. Dear Santa, I'm going to give up my Christmas present for a little kid that only lives with his grandparents to get him a hoverboard. Can you help me with that? From Hudson. Now, his letter was so sweet. Now, originally he had signed it Sincerely Hudson, but it was obvious he had trouble spelling the word sincerely, so he scratched it out and above it wrote the word from, and then put an arrow to his name, Hudson, from Hudson. In the end, Jason and Sandy made sure both boys got hoverboards. It's obvious that their ongoing commitment to putting the needs of others before self has rubbed off on their young son. But it didn't just happen this year with this situation. It rubbed off because they've done this for years. And throughout the year, they have practiced kindness and empathy and compassion. If we want to be people of kindness, we have to practice it. Sometimes it's not always fun. Sometimes we do it begrudgingly. But if we will practice the discipline of compassion and empathy, we will become people who are kind, people who consider the needs of others. And that's a better way to live. I hope you have a great day today.